to today's morning flow with mudras. I'm Crystal from Power Moves Yoga. Now, mudras are hand gestures. Throughout the day, we make hand gestures without really even thinking about it. In yoga, hand gestures can be a great way to set intention or direct energy. So without really paying attention, notice what your hands do throughout your practice. And yoga practice can be your asana while moving. It could also be a seated meditation. The mudra I'd like to introduce you today to is Shuni Mudra. That's when you take your middle finger and your thumb and you bring them together. Now the other fingers, they need to have some purpose too, so you shoot energy up through the rest of the fingers, and there is pressure between the thumb and the index finger. Now Shuni Mudra represents patience and discipline. It's a way to open up an energetic pathway. Instead of, in your postures of having soft hands, energy just kind of gets wasted out them. So we want to give them some purpose, that way energy can shoot through the hands and back through the body and through the pose. So let's go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable seat where you can sit up tall with your spine long, and rest your hands on your knees and see what kind of comes natural to you, which fingers come together. The Shuni Mudra was a mudra that I stumbled upon. It just showed up within my yoga postures, within my yoga seat, and then I looked up the meaning. If there's something else that feels more comfortable for you, go ahead and take it. And I invite you to connect your thumbs to your index fingers. And gently close your eyes or soften your gaze to your mouth. Notice your breath, its tempo, its pace, its texture. And begin to lengthen your breath in through the nose. And a subtle pause at the very top. Exhale softly through the back of your throat, out of your nostrils, nice and slow. And seal your lips and you cultivate Ujjayi pranayama. Ujjayi is a heating breath, a soft restriction in your throat. The same muscles that activate when you whisper. You notice your hands. Your fingers have gone soft or lost connection between your middle finger and thumb. And regain your focus. And with your eyes closed, inhale, reach up overhead. For some supportive energy for your day. Exhale your hands to your heart center. And take a moment to dedicate the energy behind your practice. Each day before I get out of bed, try to think of one thing, small or big, one thing that I'm looking forward to. And you open your eyes and make your way to tabletop, a few rounds of cat-cow. Now, in a classroom, this is where I see people's hands kind of go soft. The pad underneath the index finger lifts off the mat. Kind of web out your hands a bit, and then grip through your middle finger and thumb. Press down the pad beneath your index finger to the mat. You maintain that energy under your hands. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. You breathe in, cow pose, and length over your belly, and some strength in there too. Exhale, cat. A new space in between your shoulder blades. And one more round each way. Inhale to melting heart. You leave your hips right over your knees. And you're going to walk your hands forward. And keep your elbows straight. Press down firmly through your palms. You can rest your forehead or your chin down to the mat. And have 3 breaths here. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, maintain that energy under your hands by gripping through your middle finger and thumb, and then send your hips back. And pedal through your knees, wake up the back of the legs. Work out all the pops and kinks in your ankles and your feet. And settle your heels towards the ground. And relaxation around your neck and shoulders. Inhale, lift your right leg. Just for this first round, open your hip. Welcome in any movement that feels good. Exhale, low lunge, and sweep your foot through. Rest to your back knee. Inhale, asana. First thing in the morning, keep your hands on your hips. And back off on the intensity of the lunge. And tuck your hips under. And settle forward. Relaxing your shoulders, lengthen the back of your neck. Here's a good opportunity to begin to add in your mudra. I'm going to take your left hand, reach it up towards the sky. And then connect your thumb and middle finger. Notice if that helps you find some length in the front of your hip. One more full breath in. Exhale, plank, lower down to the mat. Now as you lower down, send your shoulders past your fingers, so when you land, your thumbs are next to your bottom ribs. Inhale, cobra pose. Leverage off the tops of your feet, and lighten the load under your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. And settle your heels to the ground. Now lift your opposite leg and take a breath in. Welcome in any movement that feels down the side. Notice any differences that show up right away. Exhale, lunge. And rest onto your back knee. Inhale, asana, and lift your chest. Now notice if this side has to be more open or is it holding more tightness in the front of your hip. So settle into your position that's comfortable. Now lift your hand and Shuni Mudra overhead. And feel the length in the front of your hip traveling up through your side. Full breath in. Exhale, plank, lower down to the ground. As you lower, hinge forward. Inhale, cobra pose. Now lift your elbows and draw them together. Exhale, downward facing up. And settle your heels to the ground. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins to lift your chest, lengthen over your belly. Exhale, forward fold. You can get your forehead close to your legs. Inhale, Tadasana, rise. Now grab a hold of your right wrist and length. Exhale, standing half moon. With your knees straight, sway your hips off to the side. And breathe into any tight pockets along your ribs. If you want, you could take Shuni Mudra in your top hand with some purpose in your fingers. Inhale to center and switch off to the other side. And purpose through your hands and lengthen down your side. Inhale, Tadasana, get back to center. Exhale, forward fold. And bring your chin all the way into your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, pick up your chest. And step your left foot back, low lunge. Now you want the pressure under your front heel. So if you find yourself like way onto your toes, wiggle your foot further forward. Inhale, crescent pose. And inhale, rise. Float your back heel off the ground. And lengthen up through your sides. And we're going to add in a little bit of Shuni Mudra here. And take your thumb and middle finger together and lengthen through your side. Your right hand is going to go behind your head, grab a hold of your arm. So I'm making a 4 shape in my arms, and bring the forearm behind my head. You're going to press the back of your head into your arm back into your head. It's going to help you maintain length in your sides. And find a good posture from your chin to your chest. Now hold your arm position, find your breath. Empty out your stale air, pull your belly muscles up and in. Exhale, warrior 3. Touch off your back foot and find that connection between your head and your arm stays there the whole time. Energy through your back heel. Inhale, tree pose. Maintain your arms, and your foot to your calf or your ankle. You can even use your toe on the ground as a little kickstand. Exhale, Samasthiti. Connect your hands to your heart. Regain focus and balance. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up. Grab a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, standing carefully, up and over. Add Shuni Mudra here. Again, some purpose through your side to your fingers. Inhale to center. Exhale, switch to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Now lead with your belly, your chest and head to follow. And your forehead close to your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Pick up your chest. Lengthen over your stomach. It's your right foot that steps back, low lunge. Now widen out your stance so the pressure is under your front heel. Inhale, high crescent pose. Now take your front thigh, pull it back into the hip socket, and then lengthen through your sides. Now, keep Shuni Mudra in your right hand, your left arm binds behind your head. Find the figure 4. Press your head into your arms, purpose through your fingers. Find your breath to anchor down. Empty out your stale air, hug your belly muscles in. Exhale, warrior 3. And straighten through your base leg, and up through your foot. Press your upper back to the ceiling. Inhale, tree pose. Maintain your arms. Inside your foot to your ankle or your calf. And stillness. Exhale, Samasthiti. Lift your thumbs to your heart center. Ground down. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lead with your belly, your heart and head to follow. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Slow and controlled. You can use your knees for support. Inhale, cobra pose. Feel your heart off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're headed into pigeon pose. Inhale, lift your right foot up high. And exhale, pigeon. Slide your knee behind your waist. And lengthen out through your back leg. Knees over your right shoulder. When you're ready, put your pigeon down to rest. And with your stomach, ideally, you can extend your arms, give some purpose in your fingers, and rest down. Inhale, slowly rise. Press into your hands. Send some fresh blood flow to your right knee and ankle. Welcome in any movements that feel good in your body. And switch out to pigeon pose on the other side. And then knee behind your wrist. And take the same setup. Get to wiggle my toes, so lengthen out the front of the hip. And gaze over your shoulder. Look through the center. Put your pigeon down to rest. And put some purpose in your hands. Zone into your breath. Inhale, rise. And explore the same counter movements you took on the other side. Welcoming fresh circulation to your knee and foot. Come on down, have a seat. The next one we have up is to open up the front of the hip a little bit deeper, called cradle the baby. So what you'll do is you'll take your right foot into your hand and your knee either into your elbow or to your hand, whatever one feels better in your body, and then sit up nice and tall. And take a few rocks side to side just to break up any tension or junk that's hanging out in the trunk area. And take your left hand to the top of your foot and kick out to the front and then off to the side. I'm going to open up the outside of your hip here. And notice how the foot likes to sickle in. I'm going to take the blade edge of your foot, draw it back to the knee, and sit up tall. It should intensify the sensation of length on the outside of your leg. And go ahead and switch out to the other side. Let that go. And cradle the baby on the other side. Your foot can go in your hand, your elbow pit, whatever one feels better to you. Find a position where you can sit up nice and tall if you rock side to side. And one side always tends to be a little bit tighter than the other. Just acknowledge and see what's showing up for you today. At the top of your foot, and flex the blade edge of your toes back as you kick off to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Extend both legs out in front of you for a seated forward fold. As you breathe in, reach up overhead. Supportive energy. Exhale, fold. Lead with your stomach towards your knees, and then rest your chest and head to follow. Now, for your feet, it doesn't necessarily matter if you point or you flex, but kind of like a mudra, we want to give it some purpose to contain and direct your energy. So, if you flex your feet, it's going to increase the length in the back of your legs. If you want to take it easy, the back of your legs a break. Go ahead and point your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Settle in for a couple of breaths here. Inhale, slowly rise. We're headed down to the ground to set up for bridge pose. You're going to slide your bum to your heels and rest down on the ground. Your feet should be hip distance apart with your feet straight. Inhale, bridge. Now lift your hips. And shimmy your shoulders side to side. Find your hands under your feet. Exhale, Supine. Now rest your hips and bring the soles of your feet together. Now find a comfortable position for your hands and then create some purpose with a hand mudra, or gesture. Guide your knees to your chest. And exhale, supine twist. Now rest both legs off to the left side of your mat. Into your arms out. Again, if you find that your hands are soft or don't know what to do with them and any kind of fidgeting, you want to take a mudra just to seal that energy pathway. One leg followed by the other. And exhale, twist the other direction. Your legs surrender with gravity. One leg at a time. Hug your knees to your chest. Exhale, final Savasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Lengthen the back of your neck and relax your shoulders. And gently hang on to your mudra, arms out to the side. Close your eyes. And take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body completely. Some life back to your fingers and toes. And draw your legs into your chest. Exhale the fetal pose on your side. And take a moment to remind yourself of that one thing that you're looking forward to today. Leave any tensions or pressures that bother you during the day. Get to leave them on the mat. Slowly rise up to a seat. Use as little effort as possible. And find Sukhasana, easy seat. Notice any differences in your body and mind now versus when you first arrived to your mat. Shuni Mudra, represents patience and discipline. It's a great gesture to use to ground your practice. Inhale, reach up overhead. Gather supportive energy for your day. Exhale your hands to your heart center to carry that energy with you. The light and love and being. Honors and bows to the light and love within you. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.